Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our 12th annual conference. Delayed for 2 years due to COVID, but we are back again now. It's great being in London today. First time for 2 years we've been able to hold a face-to-face conference. And although virtual conferences have their place, I think the ability to network with others really justifies why it's so important to have such an event such as today.
So this conference that we're hosting today is really elevating the place of wellbeing in the workplace, because we're talking about how health, safety and wellbeing are absolutely interrelated, and you can't really have one without the other.
We believe that a holistic approach to health, safety and wellbeing is critical because all of the different aspects of wellbeing are so interrelated.
It's the first time that we're delivering it as a conference that is combining health, safety and well-being as an overarching message. Now, the importance of that is because well-being has a big impact on health and safety in the workplace. Those that have better well-being will have less incidents within the workplace. So it's really important that we're bringing this message together.
Every major health issue that's come along, except for work-related stress, depression and anxiety, we've attacked it. The time is now. The business of tackling people's mental health has to be a priority.
Occupational safety and health really should be a fundamental human right for people. Workplace should enable people to thrive. It's been the golden thread through today's presentations.
At today's event, our keynote speaker was Colonel Dame Kelly Holmes, and I can honestly say she was truly inspirational. How she described her life, firstly as an athlete and then as somebody driving the mental health and wellbeing agenda, and her own personal insights was really, really inspiring.
So when I was competing at an elite level, the pressures of that were immense. Those pressures led me to depression, to be a self-harmer, to have a massive breakdown, and these were at the age of 33, a year before I won those 2 gold medals.
I thought her speech was wonderful because she focused on being yourself and being a human, and this is one of the values at the British Safety Council we practice every day.
Firstly, people have got to know that it's okay to express that there is a problem with me. How do you do that? You only do it through conversation. You only do it by workshops with your team to say, right, we are there to help.
So the favourite session of mine that we had today was the panel discussion, looking at an employee as a whole and how that employer groups can have a very positive outcome on our employees.
We talked around whether companies have well-being strategies, how we measure well-being at workplaces, and really what kind of new evidence do we need to make the business case for well-being at work.
Again, I'm an exposure scientist, and one of the things that we have learned, and actually this comes from the air pollution research world, is that stress does modify the impact of exposures, so it can exacerbate the health effects that you face.
Something else that was great about the panel discussion was that there was a great interaction between the audience. We had some really good questions from people that are specifically responsible for health and safety within their organisation and some of the challenges that they face. What we're finding is that, with greatest intent, organisations are putting these interventions in place in order to support the well-being of their workers. I think there's also responsibility on employees to find out what's available to them to then go after it, proactively.
Having worked in safety management for just under 30 years, I still learn new things, and I have learned a couple of new things by coming on to this event today.
British Safety Council, one of the world's oldest organisations looking at safety, I think maybe even the world's oldest organisation, taking a lead in this and really driving the agenda forward, getting as many organisations involved as possible is absolutely vital.
I can't think of a time when so many pressures were facing people running and working in businesses, charities and organisations up and down our country.
It is the big challenge of our time to address well-being in this post-COVID time with financial crisis coming, and organisations like the British Safety Council need to be at the forefront, and it's great that you are.
The event is very well organised. I have to say the beverages, the snacks, the lunch, is absolutely sublime and exquisite. So that's the icing on the cake.